Yeah, I was excited in the group last night because, well, as I was saying earlier, during the meditations in the day, I've been focusing on about, I really want to be free more than anything, and just to be free, to allow consciousness to work through me and to fulfill its purpose. And then Pete, you read your thing about what does it mean to live beyond the personal, and it just fitted so well with that. Just all the conversation was more about, that's why I want to be free. That's how life can make sense. Is coming away from all the human conditioning and the ego patterns and the traps. The vehicle, being a vehicle for consciousness and refining the vehicle, and just shedding all that unnecessary baggage that holds us back, but it seems so important, but really it's functionless. It's of no benefit
in the big picture. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good, and I went on thinking about it afterwards when I got up to the bus and wrote some things about it. I can't remember now. Probably pretty much what I've just said.
Wanting to be free and having your attention out, and here you were with five other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, was it nice? Was it good being with other people? I mean, was it different?
Yeah.
Or did you notice that
I
there were
didn't-
other people?
I didn't notice it at the time that it was different, but when you say that, yeah, I was much more receptive to everyone, and when somebody said something, it was like I could hear it and really see what it was about, rather than that's not what I think. And kind of holding everything at a distance. Yeah.
So you were
It's
much more
it's
receptive,
much more receptive, much more intimate.
and much more responsive,
Yeah. Cool.
right?
Yeah.
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 See, interesting, huh?
Yeah. And not looking for responses.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I've done that at other times in the group, knowing that I should be responding. So, what's my response?
Yeah.
And you can't get your response from there because you're stuck in your head.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in my head.
So you just had responses. You just had them, and then you responded very naturally.
Felt very free.
It's interesting too that the reception, receiving, like you received just what other people said, actually was part of the picture of actually becoming more responsive, because both ways you're out of your head.
Yeah, and that's that's what we were talking about about love. Receiving and giving love. When you're open to receiving, you can give it, and it's a constant exchange.
Cool.
It's an amazing feeling, just being able to sit and feel so relaxed, and calm, and know that if you're open, receptive to the conversation, that something will come out of you. When it's needed. You don't have to think at all, or it's just you've got something there to offer. And it just comes out of you can just sit and relax and not have to think about anything at all. Well, you don't have to
plan it.
manufacture things.
And aren't you sometimes doesn't it happen when something comes out of your mouth, you're almost hearing it the same way that everyone else is hearing it? For the first time, I mean, you're experiencing it as it comes out.
As it comes out, yeah. Absolutely. Just rolls out as it needs to.
Yeah, almost your job is to stay out of the way. and let it happen,
Mm.
and not kind of check it out on the way past.
So that has a lot to do with what we were talking about, what it means to live and feel beyond the personal.
Mm.
Absolutely. You just sort of, yeah,
Because you're not the owner of it.
you just sort of got to stand by and kick your legs up and let yourself just be taken by it.
Mm.
And the sort of,
Yeah, well, I was going to say also because the thing is like, see, there's no need to locate yourself as being separate in it. There's no reason to say, okay, where am I now? That impulse didn't even come up last night, right? Okay, how am I doing? How am I doing? Am I looking good? Am I looking good? That wasn't there. Wasn't there at all. So that whole thing you were talking about of being the joker and, you know, that kind of thing. See, it's not there. When you're just being yourself, you don't have to worry about being yourself. You're not trying to put out any kind of self-image or anything.
You can spend that time that you would normally spend worried about yourself, enjoying the experience as a whole.
Yeah.
Like Pete said the other day, that really stuck with me. Just live with the experience, or enjoy the experience, or just just that's the experience there, and I'm part of. This is part of the experience. So is everyone else. Just see it as one thing, and I can really, it sticks with me now. It's, some things are kind of I don't quite understand on a kind of deep level, but that really does. And then yeah, so then you're not worrying about kind of I haven't said anything, or I don't know if it's stupid. And also I feel like last night there is a certain level of like acceptance of the fact that and because it's not personal, it's not something I get worked up about, but an acceptance of a kind of like different levels of kind of understanding of oneself and consciousness, which is natural because it's very new. These new kind of acknowledgements are new to me, and I could get worked up and feel like I'm completely inadequate, I shouldn't be here. But I can accept that's the case, and I can learn from it, and then not feel like I've got to say something.
But then you actually do find out that you're not inadequate.
Yeah.
Because everyone comes in with what, more willing to be with what one doesn't know than what one does know.
Yeah.
So we're all in the same boat in a certain way, and we're all pushing whatever edge that we're at. We all want to move forward, so wherever we're at is where...
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's really important to see that, because the ego will tell you you're not, you don't know enough, you can't do it, you can't participate until you do know enough, and put a whole bunch of time in the picture. But it wasn't true, because you were completely as involved as much as anybody else, even people who had more experience, supposedly. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
It's all new. We're all at the start
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
so there's no experts.
Well, there are people that actually, there's more experience, so
Yeah.
it's not like, but it doesn't matter, because everybody gives what they give. And so,
Well, there's no experts in the sense it's not about knowing something beforehand. So there can be more experience with these dimensions of consciousness, but one can't really become an expert in that sense.
So can I ask you a question, Lawrence? So can you imagine being in the experience that you were in, or doing what you were doing last night? And even right now, I could put it even to right now, because you're just being yourself. But let's put it into last night, okay? Can you imagine, like, all of a sudden putting on this persona of being the jokester and cracking jokes, or just trying to put yourself in the picture in the way that you say you've seen yourself normally do it? Can you see what a gross movement of, gross meaning kind of clunky, not very sophisticated movement of ego that actually is in the face of this incredible sophistication that we actually were experiencing?
Absolutely, yeah.
But see, then it's good to see that, because then when you have the impulse to do it, you'll see it's like, oh God, do I really want to be that? Because you couldn't imagine doing that last night. It didn't even enter into your consciousness to do that, right?
Yeah.
And even now it's not. Because you're just relaxed and being yourself.
Yeah. It's just stepping in the way as well, isn't it? Stepping in the way of what's natural.
Yeah.
What's coming out.
Yeah.